जैसे मैंने आपसे कहा था कि मैं डेवलपमेंट चैप्टर क्लास 10 का सॉल्यूशन लेकर आऊँगी फर्स्ट चैप्टर का, तो वो आपके सामने प्रस्तुत है। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, डेवलपमेंट ऑफ ए कंट्री कैन जनरली बी डिटरमाइंड बाय। आंसर है इट्स पर कैपिटा इनकम। क्वेश्चन सेकेंड, which of the following neighboring countries has better performance in terms of human development than India? तो आंसर इसका श्रीलंका। थर्ड क्वेश्चन है, assume there are 4 families in a country. The average per capita income of these families is rupees 5,000. If the income of 3 families is rupees 4,000, rupees 7,000 and rupees 3,000 respectively, what is the income of the 4th family? Answer is 6,000. Fourth question है, what is the main criterion used by the World Bank in classifying different countries? What are the limitations of this criterion, if any? Answer is, the main criterion used by the World Bank is classifying different countries is the per capita income or average income of a person in a country. Limitation of this criterion: it does not tell us about how this average income is distributed among the people in the individual countries. Two countries with the same per capita income might be very different with regard to income distribution. One might have equitable distribution of income, while the other might have great disparities between the rich and the poor. Question 5 is, in what respects is the creation used by the UNDP for measuring development different from the one used by the World Bank? Answer is, the creation used by the UNDP for measuring development is different from the one used by the World Bank in the sense that it uses a combination of factors such as health, education and income as indicators of development. It does not rely solely on per capita income, as is the case with the World Bank. Question 6 is, why do we use averages? Are there any limitations of their use? Illustrate with your own example related to development. Answer is, we use averages because they are useful for comparing differing qualities of the same category. For example, to compute the per capita income of a country, averages have to be used because there are differences in the income of diverse people. However, there are limitations of the use of averages. Even though they are useful for comparison, they may also hide disparities. For example, the infant mortality rate of a country does not differentiate between the male and female infant born in the country. Such as averages tell us nothing about whether the number of children dying before the age of 1 are mostly boys or girls. Next question is, Kerala, with a low per capita income, has a better human development ranking than Punjab. Hence, per capita income is not a useful criterion at all. That should not be used to compare states. Do you agree? Discuss. Answer is Kerala, with a lower per capita income, has a better human development ranking than Punjab. However, it would be wrong to say that per capita income is not a useful criterion at all. Per capita income is criteria, certainly not the only criterion, and it has its limitations. But this does not imply that it is not useful at all. To conclude the inadequacy of this average, the Human Development Index is used. The Human Development Index uses a combination of development factors such as health, education, income for comparison. Thus, per capita income is one of the development factors and cannot be done any with. Also, per capita income is useful for comparing money index of states. Question is 8th. Find out the present source of energy that are used by the people in India. What could be the other possibilities 50 years from now? Answer is the present source of energy that are used by the people of India are electricity, coal, crude oil, coding and solar energy. Other possibilities 50 years from now could include ethanol, biodiesel, nuclear energy and a better utilization of wind energy, especially with the imminent danger of oil resources running out. Question 9. Why is the issue of sustainability important for development? Answer is the issue of sustainability is the important for development because development must be in tandem with the future. If natural resources are not sustained, then development will stagnate after a point of time. Exploiting resources unethically will ultimately undo the development that a country may have achieved. This is because in the future those resources will not be available for future progress. Question 10. The earth has enough resource to meet the needs of all but not enough to satisfy the agree of even one person. How is this statement relevant to the discussion of development? Discuss. Answer. The earth has enough resource to meet the needs of all but not enough to satisfy the greed of even one person. The statement is relevant to the discussion of development since both resources and development go hand in hand. For sustainability of development, the maintenance of resources is also crucial. As the statement claims, the earth has enough resource, renewable and non-renewable, to satisfy everyone's needs. However, these need to be used with a view of keeping the environment protected and clean so that a balance of production and use is maintained and shortages are avoided. Question 11. List a few examples of environmental degradation that you may have observed around you. Answer is environmental degradation manifests itself in different ways. deforestation, falling levels of groundwater, soil erosion, water pollution, burning of fossil fuel. The whole is the ozone layer and combustion of automobiles causing extreme air pollution, especially in urban areas, are some of the examples of environmental degradation.